And here he is, the final boss, the last man standing for MVP. We have another Zerg player in the red. This time is not Monster. This time it is
MVP Dongnaegu.
MVP Dongnaegu, and he is last player for MVP. He has not an easy task in front of him. First of all, he needs to take down the Protoss player starting at the top left. And then there's still another player available for OGS.
You can see he was the runner-up for the 2011 Blizzard Cup, and of course, Season 1 Code S champion from last weekend.
He's up now against none other than
oGs-TL Hero.
So far has absolutely been the hero for oGs-TL.
Guys, we've been talking about statistics a little bit just to give you an idea about the win ratios about those players. And I feel kind of obliged to tell you just every single statistic that we have on Dongnaegu. His weakest matched up with 66% win ratio is against Terran. His matchup against Zerg, he has a 72% win ratio, and against Protoss he has 70%, which is insane. This guy is so good, it is unbelievable. And Hero is now up against the final boss, so this game on Belcher Beach is definitely going to be one of the highlights of this battle.
Absolutely, man. Oh, is he going to block this base as well? Oh, no! No, he does not. Close call indeed. If he had blocked that one, things would have been really, really tough for Dongnaegu, but he does go there with it.
To give you a little bit of an idea how good Dongnaegu is right now against Protoss, he won against Genius, obviously, in the Code S final.
You don't need to say anything else.
With 42 still. I want to elaborate a little bit on it. He took down Huck at MLG Winter Arena with 2-0. He won against Oz in the same tournament and against Parting with 4-2-3. And he defeated Naniwa as well. So he defeated... Let me say that again. Naniwa, Parting, Oz, Huck, and Genius. Is there any Protoss player left that I forgot? Maybe
no,
Siege?
I don't think so, man.
It is. This guy's insane. Dongnaegu is just insane. And Hero, well, he knows definitely who he's up against, and I'm so excited about this game. This is going to be so interesting to see what Hero is going to do, what kind of transition he chooses in order to take on MVP Dongnaegu's third base. This is going to be just epic.
Absolutely. Well, we now have third base going down. He killed the pylon. Now, let's see what Hero does here. What is the choice that he makes? There's always the deciding moment in PvZ, I feel, is when the Protoss player makes a choice. What choice will it be? Will he go for Stargate play as he's known for? Will he put on very trademark Zealot pressure? It's always what everyone is waiting to see. Obviously, we see Dongnaegu taking a very fast, normal third.
What I really love about Dongnaegu now is the scouting. He has two Lings already in front of his opponent's ramp just to be super sure that whatever comes down this ramp, he'll be aware of it. We have two Zerglings, and to the left side of the map there is one probe. The probe has not been scouted just yet, and there it is. Only one screen away of those two Zerglings. As soon as he starts to move out, it will probably be scouted. The third base now being built for Dongnaegu. He is droning up like a madman now, exactly what he should do and what is going to be the transition for Hero.
The Overlord remains alive on top of the Belshir pillar that each base has. Is it kind of hanging out over there now? That will allow him a ton of different scouting options in different directions. So no matter what Hero does, he should be able to scout it.
7 additional drones now being built. He's already at 38 to 34, building more of them. The Overlord trying to get a glimpse of what's being built in the main base of Hero once again. Not able to spot it though. Stalker in position to take it down as soon as it leaves the pillar that was mentioned. And we have 3 additional gates now being built.
We may see even more than that because he's skipping +1 here. He may want to go for really fast Sentry heavy gateway timing or something. He's completely skipping +1, and that doesn't even make sense to me, like at all.
Yeah, it's a little bit weird. We have Latic, by the way. A little bit unusual timing for Latek right now. Is going for the Roach Warren and the Evolution Chamber at 730, 720, which we see quite often in order to stop gateway attacks. We have more and more drones now being built, 52 against 40.
Oh wow, look at this. He finds this pylon, which is kind of forward, but he will not find the most forward pylon.
Yeah, he's definitely going to miss one of them. He takes out one pylon, and the Zealot is being killed as well. Queen taking care of it. Oh, but there another round of units being warped in and trying to take on the third base. Here we go. 10 links being produced. The drones have been pulled off in order to take down the Zealot, trying to surround the Stalker. Not able to do so just yet. And more links streaming in order to help. Wow, nice round on the Stalker. After all, what about those Zealots though? No +1 attack upgrade. The links should be in a position to take it down, but he's trying to focus on the pylon first. Another round of warp is going to prevent the destruction of the pylon, but here are the Queens and tons of units are not just warped in.
Oh, he may trap the Queens. No, not quite. He needs to be more decisive with his Zealots here. Playing Ring Around the Rosie with Queens is not going to be good. Now he's targeting down the hatchery with some of his Zealots. The other Zealots trading here relatively efficiently. He's actually warping in Stalkers now. This is really scary. This is where that extra 100 gas may come into play just a little bit for Hero, as he can warp in so many Stalkers, but still no +1 like you mentioned.
Wow, we have Dawn Ragu now just trying to go for it. But in the meantime, he had all of these roaches and is now going in with the Lings as well. Backs off a bit because he needs to wait for another round of units. There are so many warp-ins now for Hero at the same time. The Spinecrawler had to be cancelled. He's trying to rebuild it. And once again, the reinforcements trying to cut off the Stalkers. And this time he's in really good position. He's stacking them off into a corner. Blink is not done just yet. And he's taking out every single Stalker. There is awesome job by Don Ragu. 90 supply against 60. Wolf, this might just be it.
I think so, man. Hero tried to go for a very unusual timing attack with a late blink follow-up with no +1. And it just did not work. Put it quite frankly.
No, it did not. 9 drones had been killed, but so far we have 57 against 50 Harvesters. 3 bases against 2, and he's now droning up once again, getting Roach speed, getting Foro, Don Ragu with every single upgrade available for his tier 2 units.
Yeah, Robo on the way now for Hero. He's actually supply blocked, having to make several pylons here. He wants to take a third, but that's going to be almost impossible with the position he's in now. He's down 40 supply. His opponent has 11 roaches out on the map. Very few Zerglings though.
Up at 67 Harvester supply, still adding drones, 110 total against 80. And for the armor upgrade, +1. And well, Hero finally with a +1 attack, but still very, very late. Timing a little bit unusual, as Will just mentioned, and the late +1 attack upgrade is one of the reasons.
Yeah, he does have +1 on the way now. Oh, that was a close call. He almost had Burrow deny his Nexus. That would have been so frustrating.
And with all the drones that he has, he can use the lava now to just produce roaches, and additional roaches and just go for it.
He will.
Keep them rally towards his opponent's third and take it down.
He absolutely will do that.
This is going to be a numbers game, and I don't think that Hero has them.
It's going to take mistakes from Dongrigu to have Hero come out victorious here. Dongrigu can now take a 4th base as he pressures across the map. I'd like to see him start pushing a little bit more aggressively with his creep. That's one thing he's not really doing so far this game. But it's almost to the watchtower, which is essentially what he needs.
Yeah, Lings and Roach now moving in order to take down this one Stalker, and here comes the third. No, he's not building the third just yet. Nice force fields.
Yeah, but even with these force fields, he can target down a sentry and get out.
Nice.
Oh no, he's spent so many force fields though, Caldor. Oh, that blink might have been too much. Roaches are going to come in here on creep so quickly. That's a lot of force fields used there.
Yeah, he's making Hero use every single force field before the actual engagement is taking place, building more units. He doesn't have any tech, more force fields being used.
Look
but
at this
here's the flank from behind. Beautiful sandwich position here, blinking away, but the sentries are all gonna die. Every single sentry is dead. He blinked away with the Stalkers, saving them, but this also meant that all of the sentries were completely exposed.
Yep, this is almost an unwinnable situation, I feel, at this point for Hero now. I mean,
172 supply against 100. This already tells the tale.
Yeah. He's doing really nice Stalker micro, and he's got more Stalkers back at home. But like you said earlier, one of the best ways to put it is this is going to become very quickly a numbers game. Roach is streaming in here. Zerling's behind them as well. He's actually just pushing all the way through. Not very cost efficient, but once the Zerlings get in, it's going to be so hard for Hero to hold on. More units rallied across the map. The Spire is on the way, and I think Hero is actually pretty much dead.
Hero is blinking like a boss, but it is not going to be enough, or is it? We have so many roaches. It's taking all the zealots apart. The lings are pressuring the stalkers, and even though he is, well, the attack is repelled, there are just too many units, too many reinforcements streaming in now. The Spire is about to be completed. 61 supply against 125. More Stalkers are about to die. A fourth base being established at the bottom left, and now even Mutalisk is built. The third base for Hero has been taken down by Lings. This is just horrible.
Yeah, he's going to lose 2 Nexi right now. The worker count 76 to 39. It's almost double. And the next to the main looks like it's going to fall. Absolutely. Natural is actually now being taken out as the third has fallen as well. And that is going to be the nail in the coffin because he doesn't even have enough money to remake a Nexus. Will he get it though?
Oh, he might just be able to save it. He might just be able to save it. Yes, those force fields are actually enough to save the Nexus with 128 HP.
But look at these mutas, Kaldor. They're just going to ignore the units and go for the Nexus, I think. Actually, he can just kill these units and then kill the Nexus.
Yeah, he just ends the game.
Final boss has done it. And we'll see what OGS has to do now, because it looks like they're going to have to press the retry button, man, against the final boss. Have to add more quarters. I don't know.
The big problem is, who do you send out against Don Raghu now?
Your hopes and dreams, like you offer them to him. You're like, yeah, you can have like my favorite stuffed animal that I had since I was a kid. That's what you offer to Don Raghu. You send a player out against him. That's crazy talk, Kaldor. Would OGS do that? I don't think so. Is the Wind, like, does he respect his players and respect his team? Like, what's he gonna do?
This is the situation we talked about. They were trying to use Hero on Metropolis for in order to take down Don Raghu. It did not work. So even though they were in the advantage because they were on 5-3 in this team battle, now we have a tight score, and Don Raghu is just waiting for his next opponent, and who's left for OGS is probably going to be a Terran player.
Yeah, and we would have, everyone would have liked to see Supernova, but the fact of the matter is he's just not here.
Yeah.
He's just not quite here.
And now we see Crossfire, so...
Crossfire. It's not going to be a Protoss.
you really love Crossfire, don't you?
Yeah, man. Now, I did receive word that Crossfire will be used in the up and down matches, but that will really be the last time. I was disappointed when I learned this. Actually, I had to send some emails, but it's still going to be used in the up and down matches. But, you know, enjoy it. I thought when we saw Crossfire in the final game of the finals of Code S, if you haven't watched it yet, go and watch the VODs, but the final game was on Crossfire. I was like, oh, this is going to be the last time Crossfire is used as Epic. But no, I guess not.
Yeah, I saw your tweet.
Oh, look at this. Oh, he's actually, it is going to be Lovesick. I thought he was going to pick someone up or something.
That is actually really, really interesting.
Well, ZVZ is the way to go. I hadn't even considered that now that I think about it. ZVZ.
It's Don Raghu's best matchup, but at the same time, it's
volatile, man.
Yeah, it's volatile. It's sometimes a little bit of a coin flip. And what is Lovesick going to do? Is he really trying to play straight up? Will we see him with some kind of cheesy all-in? This is going to be very interesting.
I think we're going to see something aggressive, something all-in.
A little bit unexpected, but if you think on the lines that no one would be able to take down that they suspect that no one would really be able to take down Don Raghu in a straight-up game, this makes a lot of sense.
Oh, it makes so much sense. Lovesick got new glasses, but they look equally as cool as his previous glasses. I wonder which glasses he used before the super cool glasses he had. Then, like, I wonder what Lovesig's first pair of glasses were.
Well, I actually know a guy who could tell you which was the first hairstyle that he ever used, but in regards to the glasses, I'm sorry, I have no connection there.
I don't know. I'd like to see some of Lovesig's family photos, and I'm kind of curious about what glasses he got when he was a kid the first time, or if he ever wore contacts. Oh, he's taking the jacket off. Oh man, he looks really stressed out. To be quite honest, he looks really stressed out.
I would be.
Yeah, it's just something you try to have. You have to like push away though and focus, because if you allow that stress to take over you, man, you don't micro your banelings against banelings as well as you need to. And
well, he has a 47 win ratio against Zerg, against 72. So he has to go for some kind of cheesy build. And even then, can he defeat Donragu? Well, Donragu is not playing too risky and is not having some kind of build order loss. Ah, this is just so hard. This is just insane. I would never want to be in such a position. It's really hard in OGS.
I think you might see Lovesig play, not for something, you know, necessarily cheesy, but I think he's going to really push the envelope with this game. He's going to drone up like a crazy person. He's going to take all the risks maybe and try to really push his way ahead.
I like this win ratio.
66.7% against 0.
Yeah. Looks like the countdown is done. The map is loading, Caldor. This is the final game.
He looks determined. Look at him.
He does look determined. Will that determination alone be enough to take out the final boss and have OGS upset MVP? We'll find out here in our final game of the GSTL with Caldor and Wolf.